with Lou Marconi and Johnny Cleveland, part of the Fanatical L's Network. Fans first. Join us now. Good evening, Lou.
Good evening.
Stirring the pot with Lou
Yeah,
Marconi.
we are stirring the pot. Yes, we are.
And Johnny Cleveland. It's
Lou
a Monday
Marconi.
night.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a Monday night. Jacksonville's down 14-0 against Kansas City right now. So got
Well,
that on my phone.
That's not good for my fantasy league football. I have
It's
Trevor
good for the Browns
Lawrence.
draft pick. It's good for the Browns.
It's good
draft
for the
pick.
Browns draft pick. That is
Yeah.
true.
It's better.
I lived in
So-
Kansas, Kansas City, or I lived in Wichita for all those years. And so actually, I don't tell other Browns fans, but when I lived in Kansas, especially during that period when the Browns didn't have tickets or didn't have a team, they offered us teachers, educators out there, like season tickets with the Chiefs. This is when the Chiefs sucked. But you
Yeah.
could get a season ticket for $250 for the whole season.
Wow.
So that was a pretty good
Now,
pick.
now you're hearing about people flipping out because Jimmy Haslam said in London that the average ticket price will be over $200. Where
Give some context to that. Yes.
Yeah, you got to get some context to this too. Yeah, everybody. I saw the Twitter reaction to it. I'm like, you people give me a headache. All right, if you
Right?
take out the club seat pricing,
Yes.
the average ticket now is $158.
Yes, exactly.
With club seat pricing, it's like $175.
Okay.
So you're talking 4 years from now, prices go up every year. That's not that bad.
They said it was the 27th on the list. I mean, if it were today. So like
that was clickbait bullshit. So
Yes.
you people need to take a
well,
pill.
that Robert Shenanigans, boy, I don't know if you know who Roberto or whatever that guy's name. He likes to
just
post a lot of stuff like that, and I don't know. I know some
Is
of
that the guy from the Scene magazine? Is that from Scene magazine or
maybe he's on a lot? I know some of us are other colleagues.
Well,
like
Posh before
Sherry.
I went on Friday night. Yeah, Posh. Yeah, Shenanigans is perfect. That's a perfect name for him.
How was your show Friday night?
It was great. It was great. I made a point on Friday night. I'm going to start here now. A very popular Carolina Panthers podcast just quit.
Yeah.
Just gave up.
We don't do that here at the Fanatical
No, we don't do that. I said, really? You got because your team's performing bad, you're just going to stop. Okay. Good job there, Carolina. We went through a lot worse than you.
And Carolina won a football game. No, they lost. Right.
They lost. Yeah,
I got it mixed up with the.
They won. The only winless team right now in the NFL is the Jets.
Really, they're the only ones left.
The only ones left. Yep.
Because Tennessee Titans. By the way, I just want to talk about that
game.
Quick guess, and I wanted to ask you quick about that game.
Sure.
The guy that when he ran all the way for the touchdown, people are saying he dropped the ball. I really want to see a better angle of the ball because I know he dropped it, but once you cross the goal line or reach the goal line, that's a touchdown, right?
The ball has to break the plane. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that angle if the ball broke the plane.
I want to see that angle.
I'm sure they looked at it because it was a turnover. They had to.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, and then that crazy play at the end, like you were just gonna. Yeah.
The interception was fumbled, and then it got kicked into the end zone. They recovered it for a touchdown.
Isn't that crazy?
It's like wow, and yikes.
Yeah, that floored me. And then there's this video out there of our buddy Baker Mayfield talking trash back to the Seattle fans, which I've been to Seattle a few times. I didn't know that they had trashy fans, but man, Baker was dishing it back. He was using some profanity back at these fans.
And there's people on Twitter saying, why did we get rid of him? You're the same people 4 years ago that wanted him to go, so shut up. Stop it. He's gone.
Well, and it's the whole thing is different. But you know what bothers
Carolina
me?
let him go, and so
but you know what bothers me too, though, is on the national scale. Last night, just for a brief second, of course, you need to tune in to NBC. They had their halftime show, and who was the ex Dallas Cowboys coach that was there for a while?
He was from Cleveland. Yeah, I forgot his name.
Garrett or
Garrett. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Anyway, he made a slant. He slanted the Browns again by when they brought up Baker Mayfield. They also brought up Sam Darnold, and of course, he didn't bring Cleveland's name up exactly, but he said Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. They just happen to be with bad cultures on teams that bad cultural team or bad,
Well, Sam
environment.
Darnold was at a few places before he ended up in Seattle, and
No,
Mayfield was at a few places too.
sure, but he basically his opinion was where Baker and Sam started. So Baker started with Cleveland and Sam started with New York. That's what I mean. The way that he discussed it, you should go back and watch it if you find a
Yeah,
replay of it.
yeah,
It was
that's
just I
well,
felt like it was a slant,
well, that's it was a slant, and there's people that don't know their ass from a hole in the ground.
right?
They don't. Let me can I what before we get into the
Yeah.
Minnesota game and the postmortem, there's positives, there's negatives from it. We lost, but there's a lot of positives that come out of the loss. I'm going to say this, and you could just reel this on the Fanatical Elves TikTok. Let's go right here. San Diego couldn't keep the Chargers. Oakland couldn't keep the Raiders. St. Louis couldn't keep the Rams, right? St. Louis couldn't keep the Cardinals.
Yes.
Baltimore couldn't keep the Colts.
Yes.
But Cleveland kept the Browns.
Yep.
We are the only fans in the history of sports to fight to keep their team and win. Nobody else nationally understands that because they weren't here and they don't know the whole story. What they also don't know is that the NFL basically put the screws to us when they gave us the expansion franchise, and we got off to a horrendous start because it had to be rushed. So that set us back 20 years. It was pretty much the death penalty. Here we are, 25 years later, 26 years later. Here we are. But anyway, that's the story.
Well, speaking of getting screwed now, well, not even into the game here, but I was talking to somebody else and when fans first about what is happening with the Browns, the fact that they're coming back from Minnesota, playing over in London,
And they got to go to Pittsburgh.
not getting a bye, and that the opinion of these other people were that the Browns are getting screwed. These are people who aren't even Browns fans, who are just NFL fans, and they're like, that's ridiculous. How did but then there's another opinion out there. Some people are saying, well, the Browns had the choice to take it or not.
I heard that, but I don't know how true that is.
No, exactly, because I talked to these other fans who are fans for other teams in the league, and they also were given that idea for their own teams, but there's just a mixed bag of things. So I personally, you're coming back from a big game like that, you're overseas. I mean, if you've ever been overseas, I mean, the fact that you just automatically don't give those teams a week bye week is, I just think, absurd. So
I agree. I mean, Pittsburgh's coming off a bye.
Yeah.
They already played in Dublin. We had to play in London and come back and then play in Pittsburgh. So the deck is already
Minnesota
stacked.
gets one, right?
Minnesota's got a bye. They were already there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So do you think it was jet lag that caused the loss?
Well, I was talking to Jeff Hartman over there with the Steelers earlier, and he said when he watched the game from his perspective, and this is a Steeler fan, but
I know Jeff.
Yeah, he said in his opinion, it looked to him like the Browns were running on defense, running out of gas. Now, there were multiple opportunities, even on the offensive side of things, and maybe the offense was running out of gas too. They had some series there in
But
the
that was
fourth
the best
quarter.
the offense looked all year.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
Go ahead. It was. That's not saying much, but it was.
No, it was. I think there's just that right today, and this, Lou. Right now, the argument is either there, like you mentioned already. There's the people that want to fire Stefanski, but then there's other people that are like, no, it's not Stefanski's fault. It's the defense's fault. I'm not going to blame Stefanski. It's the defense who couldn't stand up and stop an 80-yard drive to preserve the win. So those are the two, categories that people are falling into. It's been interesting to listen to various opinions on it, but where do you fall on all this stuff? I mean, what do you think?
I fall not on either side. I said it's a Cleveland Browns loss. It's not a Kevin Stefanski loss. It's not a defense loss. It's not an offense loss. It's a Cleveland Browns loss. So the whole team is to blame. So he'll even, if Stefanski was sitting here, he'd say the same thing. It's a team loss. I'm a part of the team, so it's on me just as much as it is everybody else. So that's what he would say. He would take accountability. The defense took accountability. I know Denzel Ward did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did Denzel say?
He pretty much said that was on me. It was
He
on
was
him.
trying to push him. He should have tried to push him to the inside instead of letting him go to the
Want to go out
outside.
the outside?
Which
Yeah.
then because Jeff Hartman, we were talking Steeler game coming up this week, and he was asking about where are the weaknesses on the defense, and I was talking about the secondary that we've had a lot of changes in that in that
Hmm.
inner slot spots that we got Denzel, we've got Newsom, but
Yeah, and they were going. They're putting Jefferson on Newsom a lot.
yeah,
I saw that. I would say a lot of misdirection, a lot of things. What the defense did a very good job up until that last drive.
hmm
And I don't know if it's jet lag. I don't know what it was, but there was also some things going on in
what
that
did
game. Like I guess the kick. Sam pointed this out. The kick that Minnesota missed hit the wire, and should have been a
yeah, that came out
re-kick.
afterwards, which is interesting.
That I didn't even because I couldn't see it from my TV. I didn't. I
No,
just thought, oh,
nor
he
could
just
I.
missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the
Um,
referees were just horrible all around, just for that. But anyway.
that last series where the Browns were on defense,
Hmm.
some people have pointed to this discussion with Stefanski and the timeouts and the way that he used the timeouts, especially. Well, there were two parts when the Browns had the ball with the 3 minutes to go, and then the second part where the Browns were where Minnesota was walking down the field. Cleveland started calling timeouts. They they were calling timeouts initially to probably give them time, but then they gave them so much time that they took a couple shots, or they took the shot at the end zone, they scored. I mean, was Stefanski just thinking field goal there and thinking that that's what they were going to do, and there would have
I
been
think he
more
was trying
time?
to he was trying to stop him. He was just his defense was gassed. I think
Okay.
that's what I think. I mean, I think they were gassed. They were tired. It's just to go. If you ever flown overseas like that on a 6 hour time difference,
Yes.
that's I mean that's rough. And
I
now you
was
got to come
sick.
back.
Like the first time I went over there as a kid, I was like, it was god awful. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was 16 when I went from
Yeah.
here to Germany, and I was like, oh, screwed me up for. I was there
Right.
for 2 weeks, screwed me up when I got there, and screwed me up when I got back. So
Yeah. It's a lot.
it's a
It's a
it's a
lot.
lot. It's a lot to do that. I'm not making excuses. I'm not saying that. I am saying this, and the positives were we have a running back.
Yeah.
We have a lot of rookies doing a lot of good things here.
We got some comment here.
No, I don't. That doesn't look like it. It looks like unless there's
Yeah.
somebody there. There's
Jeffrey's
like,
back. Is that what the deal we played with weapons?
what do you got? Go
This
ahead,
is
put it up.
Jeffrey here. Yes, Jeffrey. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I think. Yeah. I agree. Like when I talked to two people after the game yesterday, one of them was Harvey, doesn't do podcasts. He's just a fan. Had a lot of positive things to say about it.
Sure.
He was upset that we lost. Yeah, but he goes, but man, we got a good running back. We got these rookies playing really well. I like our future, and I think Dylan Gabriel can be a good quarterback. Whether
Yeah.
I don't think he's an elite franchise type of guy, probably not,
Yeah.
but he can be a good or competent NFL quarterback. So that's
Yeah.
good for a
Yes.
late third round pick. That's good. Then Ethan, I talked to Ethan last
Yeah.
night, and that's where I heard about the kick, and I was like, oh, okay, I didn't even know about that. And then we talked about there's a lot of positive to come out of this, and nobody else I talked to was screaming fire Stefanski. I only see it on Twitter.
hmm Stay
I
off
only see it.
Twitter, right?
Yeah, stay off Twitter. I only see that on Twitter, really, or maybe the call-in shows. But I don't listen to sports talk radio anymore because it just, oh, it's just I can't
Yeah.
do it. I just can't
You
bear
give
it
yourself
anymore.
about 5 minutes, and you're like, okay, I'm
Yeah, no,
done.
okay, I'm done. I'm done because the same idiots calling us saying the same stupid stuff. That's what I trust me. And those guys, they have to say things and
Okay,
ask
but
questions to get people to call in. So they're
but the
they're, they're stirring
Stefanski
it.
stuff right now. I mean,
Mhm.
they're not winning. Like,
No,
and I know that. I mean, we can still. I want to talk more about the positives, but still on the. They're 1-4.
right.
If they could somehow manage to pull out a win, and you mentioned this the last week, we talked about how on paper, and I mentioned this in other podcasts that you talked about this. The Browns have a legit shot with their good defense to win some of these games, many of these games
Mm-hmm.
on paper, but we're still 1-4 right now. If we can eke out a win against Pittsburgh, you're 2-4, and it wouldn't be the worst scenario
And
that
and the rest of
considering.
the division doesn't look that good, and Pittsburgh's due to
No,
collapse mid-year.
but
So
this is where, like, the game on Sunday with Pittsburgh, if Pittsburgh wins, they move to 4-1. They had the bye this week.
And we're one and
The Browns
yeah,
would
we'll
be
be one
one
and
and
five.
one and
Five.
five. Baltimore's already 1-4, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Cincinnati doesn't look they could win
They're,
another game anytime
yeah, they're
soon.
collapsing too. Yeah,
So it's
and
very bizarre.
Joe Burrow's not coming back until at least December if he comes
Hmm.
back at all. So
Hmm.
yikes.
I guess I'm just like I don't want
It,
to fire Stefanski. I'm not in that category right now,
no,
but
no,
but
no, no. I would say wait till see how the season plays out before you make any big moves like that. But go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt you.
I just I just I mean you and I have both been through this. We Browns fans, we know what it's going to feel like, and you just wonder, is this organization going to like if this team is 1-7 or 2-9, are they holding out and they're going to let him get through the whole season?
Well,
And are
that's a
they?
that's a
Yeah,
big if because after this week, you know, we've got Miami. New England actually pulled off an upset against
New England is
Buffalo.
playing some darn good football with
Yeah, New England's playing very
Mike
well.
Vrabel
So
there.
yeah, so and we're going to New England, and then we got the Jets after that. So you're talking, and then after that, I think we got Baltimore at home, and Baltimore's completely collapsing.
Yes.
So we got to kind of see. Let's see. Like I said, after the bye, it's I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah.
I said this on paper. I look at 10 out of the last 12 games as winnable, and I just
Yeah.
said winnable. I didn't say we're gonna win, but they're winnable,
Right.
and that's it. And that includes the Baltimore, Pittsburgh at home, and the Cincinnati on the road. Those are the three divisional games. The
Hmm.
two games that I think that are going to be really tough is going into Pittsburgh and beating Pittsburgh is going to be hard. We're add on top of it the other stuff too. So,
Hmm. Yeah.
including coming out of London, they're coming off the bye week, and it's almost completely unfair. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm trying to think too that it's going to be tough if they pull off a win. It would be because Pittsburgh's 5-point favorites right now.
Yeah. I talked to Jeff Hartman about that. He was asking if I thought that was a fair line. I'm like, yeah. I mean that, and the line, the total score. He said it was like only 38 or 39 points,
Yeah,
which isn't a lot. And I said, well, the Browns can't get over that 17, 18 point uh, boundary there. I mean, when they scored and they went up 17-14 midway through the third quarter of this past game, it certainly felt to me like, boy, we were getting some momentum here. And Dylan Gabriel, second touchdown throw, hey,
yeah.
we could be onto something. And then it was just like, ugh.
But and when you don't win, the criticism of the coach is fair. I'm not saying it's not fair to criticizing him. It's criticism of the coach is fair. There's things he did I didn't agree with. I think if you're going to commit to running the ball 3 straight times, make them use their timeouts, then
Yeah,
do it.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I mean, so
yeah, yeah. That was I know people have been talking about that. They ran, and then they tried to throw the ball.
they tried to throw the ball and they showed an empty backfield. I said at least maybe put in a run formation to play action, maybe catch
Yeah.
them off guard.
Now
But
they
they
did.
really weren't biting on the play action all game though. So I don't know if that would have worked. But go ahead.
I mean, Quinn Sean was just like you've already established here, but I mean, he had 23 carries, 110 yards. If he
Uh-huh.
scores on that touchdown, that other touchdown, and late in the first quarter, I mean, that was
Mm-hmm.
a 56-yard touchdown. He could have had close to 200 yards rushing.
And we'd had 24 points.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that
Mm,
would have given us at the time it was 7-7
Do you,
when he broke that one
yeah,
for a big
left
game.
tackle was a weakness for sure. Do you see Cam Robinson starting at left tackle next week?
Is that what they're thinking?
I'm kind of curious if he's going to be ready or not because they just got him.
It was the other
And
guy. They started the Livingston kid, right?
yeah, yeah, but Jack Conklin was on the right side, and that made a difference right there. I mean,
Hmm. Yeah.
um,
No, I like Quinshaw. I mean, that very good instincts. Reminds you a little bit of Nick Chubb.
right.
Uh, Speaking of Nick Chubb, he had a nice touchdown for the Texans. Texans actually beat
They beat the
Baltimore,
brakes off of Baltimore. What was it
right?
like
Isn't that
30? It was like yeah,
that's crazy
they had
stuff.
so many people hurt on that team. They had such a bad injury bug. It is horrible.
Mm. Yeah, we're getting. This is the thing. It's like those teams are really doing awful this year, and Cleveland is like right there again. If you
Hmm.
just do a
We
few
just get
things
that offense
differently.
going. We get that offense going, do a few things differently. Now, if you think about it, we pull off an upset on Sunday. If, and it's a big if,
If yeah,
we're only one game out of first place.
Yeah,
or 1.5. Yeah.
yeah.
So, and
You're
Pittsburgh does. I mean, they do this a lot mid-year. They usually
yeah,
slide.
yeah.
I mean, if is Aaron Rodgers at his age going to last? So, we'll see.
Hey,
I'm just
let's
making a point there. Go ahead if you want to pause for a
I
break.
want to let's pause and then I want to talk to you about Mark Sanchez and that
Yeah.
story. All
Hmm.
right, we'll be
Sure.
right back. This is Stirring the Pot. Hey folks, we're back. Stirring the Pot, the Fanatical Elves Network, part of Fans First Sports Network. Right over there is Lou Marconi. I'm Johnny Cleveland.
Yep.
We're
It's
talking
halftime.
Browns football. Browns lost a tough one Sunday,
Yep.
but we've got the Pittsburgh Steelers on deck. But before we talk about that a little bit more, this Mark Sanchez story, ex-football, New York Jet, former USC quarterback,
Hmm.
TV broadcaster. You want to give people the updates on or the
Well,
story there?
he was the story I heard was that he was in Indianapolis and he was stabbed, and it sounded like it was his Uber Eats driver or DoorDash driver stabbed him. I'm like, what happened? I'm like, oh, that's horrible. That's terrible. Now more details have come out, and it's like he got into a drunken fight with a truck driver on a loading dock. I have no idea how that even happened.
Well, he was drunk.
Yeah, he was really drunk. Yeah,
I think we'll start with that. No, nothing really exciting. Great things happen that I know
yeah.
of when I've been through Indianapolis. I've been through there a few times, many times actually. We've got a few. Oh, we got Angel following us today. Hi, Angel. How are you tonight?
Yeah, we could
All right,
put if you
and
put Angel up there.
let me put the other comments here too. Jeffrey, can you bridge quarterback for the next few years for us to build up the roster? I'll take it. Um,
Uh,
I'm more worried about Kevin losing the locker room more than anything.
I don't think he did yet. Not yet.
Okay.
He didn't last year for sure. So we'll see what happens. I don't think he did.
Also,
No
more we should
indication
deal with
showing me.
Shador fans, the more and more I like. Okay, yeah. Now I'm a Shador fan, so I'll say
Yeah, but
that.
not like that. Not like that. What's it? What he goes? Then Angel.
What
What did
was?
Angel say? What up, fellas?
Oh yeah, because my oh yeah, butt fumble. Oh, that's right, Angel. That's right. Yep, the butt fumble. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yelling,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
look, it's the
The
butt
butt
fumble
fumble.
guy.
Yes, the
That's
butt
right.
fumble guy.
That's right. Oh yes, that I remember
I've
that
totally
story.
forgot about that. Yeah, thanks for the
Yes. Oh my
reminder.
gosh. Yeah. So go ahead and finish. So they got into this. So it was a
And Mike
69
has
year old.
something to say. Yeah, it was a disappointing last 4 minutes of the game, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, yep, that
Yes,
was. I
Mike.
understand. It was very disappointing. The whole, yeah, that was. It was. Um,
I guess we could be Mark Sanchez tonight, but we're not. So that's good.
yeah. Mark Sanchez is a. I don't know. I think he got arrested. As far as I know, he's in the
Yeah.
hospital. He got arrested.
Yeah.
He's in trouble.
He could be
He
in big
assaulted that
trouble.
bus driver. The bus driver was defending himself. So I
Yeah.
don't know what happened.
Yes.
But
By the
there's
way, hey, have you
video.
seen that new the actual if we're talking about buses, the Lost Bus, the new show with Matthew McConaughey, the new movie on Apple TV? It's pretty good.
No,
It's
I haven't
a
seen
true
it. No.
story. The Palisades or Paradise, California fires back in 2018. So plug for Apple TV and Matthew McConaughey. I know he's a Texas Longhorn, but he has a good movie out. So
Yeah. I just
anybody
think it's
interested?
interesting that when you hear bits and pieces at first, you almost have to wait before you know the whole story of what's going on
This
with
is a
anything.
great example of that because initially people said, "Oh my God, Mark Sanchez got stabbed," and
I did the
prayers and
same
all
thing. I
this,
was like,
and
"Oh, that's horrible. What happened?" Like,
yeah,
oh,
and then you wait 12 hours and things
hmm,
change. So
exactly.
we're human beings. We're an interesting group, aren't we?
That's for sure. Um, Yeah, so
but
yeah, like I
let's see
said,
here.
it
Oh,
was the game was disappointing. It was like Mike said, it was
let
a
me see
great three
here.
days in London, hanging out with Browns fans,
Oh yes, Mike.
meeting Joe
Mike was over
Towers.
there. That's right.
Yep, Mike's over across the pond.
Did you,
Thanks, Mike.
Mike? Were you the Paul Brown? I saw a lot of videos with Paul, and he
Yeah, I
was
did reach out to Paul Brown. Said enjoy the game today.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, did he? Yeah, good. He was
he
probably
responded.
drunk most of the time. I mean, it
He
sounded
might have
like he
been.
was.
Yeah.
There were a lot of thousands of fans. Speaking of fans, my cousins, they Lou, they sent me a text message Friday night.
Hmm.
They decided to fly over at the last minute, so um, I'm like,
A last minute trip to London.
I,
Wow.
I, yeah, I'm like, okay. So they were interested in buying me a T-shirt. I said that'd be great if you want to bring back a T-shirt. So shout out to Brian and Barbie, my cousins. Brian's my cousin-in-law is Barbie. So hope you guys had a
Yeah.
good time while you're out there.
I I will say this: if the Browns score more than 20 points, and with this defense,
Yeah,
and we don't turn it over, we have like an 80% chance of winning. So,
we we forced 2 turnovers.
yeah,
We forced 2 turnovers, and you would think that, but we didn't do anything with them, right? We didn't.
we
We didn't.
scored a touchdown on one,
We
but
did.
yeah, but the other one we
Okay.
didn't do anything. Yeah, I think it was the
Oh,
earlier one.
cool, Mike. You got to meet Joe Thomas. He's a big guy.
Yeah, he's a big guy. Yeah,
Very cool. Very
cool.
nice, Mike. I'm glad you were able to
hmm
parked at a
So,
parking spot.
or Mark said she got mad at truck driver because the truck driver parked at a park.
God, well, he was drunk, so
Jeez.
people don't use a lot of reason when they're completely toasted.
No, they usually don't use the best. They're not the best decision makers when you're drunk or panicked.
So, Lou, how are we going to beat the Squealers on Sunday?
Defense, pass rush, their offensive line's not that good. Aaron Rodgers is old. Um, I would think that, and I would think if the thing that what Minnesota did brilliantly was they did a lot of misdirection,
Hmm.
and they probably will try to do that with us, but we'll have to see. And I think really just run Quinshawn, play action passes, don't turn it over. That's what I was pretty much. I kind of alluded to that already. Say score more than 20 points, and don't turn the ball over, and let the defense do their job. So let's see. Let's see what happens. I'm knocking on wood that put a hex or something, or on Pittsburgh to see if we can do anything to get the juju. Yeah, it's 14-7 Kansas City at halftime.
Oh, so Jacksonville scored something there.
Yeah, did you
Okay.
see they blew that touchdown? Like Trevor Lawrence was trying to reach over the goal line and fumbled, and
No.
Kansas City recovered. Yeah,
Oh, wow.
and then Kansas City drove down and scored a touchdown. It was like a
Uh,
14-point swing. Yeah,
oh my gosh. Oh,
yeah.
here's another comment from Jeff. He says
Run the
run. He
ball, run
wants
the ball, run the ball. Use
Samson.
Dylan Sampson, please.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Dylan Sampson was used at the beginning of the game and not so much later in the game.
Right.
Um, I know like some certain third down situations they put Jerome Ford in because he's better at pass blocking than Quinshawn
Mm.
or Dylan. So I think these guys are still growing into the roles. We're asking a lot from rookies this year,
Yeah.
just so you know we are, and we're playing a lot of rookies, and they're doing very well. So there's a nice future to this team. Well, also with 2 first-round picks, I just don't. I'm not at that point yet where I think we're going to clean house.
Okay.
I'm not there. So we'll see. I mean, wait till the bye week. Can we at least go there? We'll see where we're
Right.
at in the end of October.
Yeah. The bye week, November 2nd, is the Sunday that we have the bye.
Yep.
So we play up through then.
Following weekend. Yep.
So we've got the Steelers up next,
Mm-hmm.
followed by the Dolphins, then New England, and then the
And
Jets.
then the bye, then the Jets.
Then the Jets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that we've got away game, home game on the 19th against the Miami Dolphins. I'll be up there. I know Lou will be up there.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to that. Hopefully we can get a win.
Yep.
Jeffrey says here about Samson. Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, people have been saying that. Like, bench Jerry Jeudy and put Samson in at receiver.
Right. Well, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I was very pissed off yesterday, like you. Many people were very upset.
I was,
Yeah.
and I went to the gym and felt better afterwards. So
Right.
that's what I did.
I got to go through this testing tomorrow. I'm helping out with our standardized testing through the College Board, so I'll be in school all day doing that. So Lou, I will be in a much better mindset after tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we should have done the show tomorrow instead
Right.
of tonight.
Right. No, it's all good.
Actually, no, we'll be back next Monday, and I'm going to be hoping for a victory Monday. That would be very nice. It's you only know it's going to come with Pittsburgh, but it doesn't look good on paper. But I've seen stuff like that happen before, so we'll have to just watch the game. I'm trying to recall
last year when we went out there. Didn't we start? Wasn't that Bailey Zappi who was that?
No,
Winston started that game.
And he threw like 3 interceptions. It's like, God damn it. Yeah.
What was the game that Bailey Zappi played that you bought the pizza?
That was Baltimore.
Okay. Yeah. Zappi's Pizza.
Zappi's Pizza. I had the pizza. Before the game. I had Zappi's Pizza for Bailey Zappi. Yeah.
Oh man.
I was just gonna. If you want to talk just before we go, before we roll this out, a little bit about Ohio State.
Yeah.
They dominated Minnesota. Minnesota's coach. Did you hear what he said about Ohio
No.
State after that
Uh-uh.
game? He said that's the best defense I've seen in 13 years.
Really?
He said that about Ohio State. Yeah.
Hmm.
They got Illinois next Saturday at noon, and they have Wisconsin. I looked at the schedule, and Penn State lost to a winless
Oh, with
UCLA
Penn
team.
State, what an embarrassment.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so there's. I'm looking at the rest of the schedule, and I said, I mean, they should go undefeated and go into the conference championship game. They should. It looks like they should. So, meaning Ohio State. So we should see. And they had. I think that Michigan game in Michigan is going to be something to watch. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeremiah Smith is only a sophomore, right?
yeah. This he's got one more year after this
Hmm.
year.
That's just crazy. That
Yeah,
man.
one more year, and then he'll be a top 5 pick in the NFL draft. You know it. He might be one overall.
Man,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable. I
He'll
mean,
be a
it's
2027 top 5 draft pick, hands down. People say they're talking about wanting the Browns to draft him in 2027. I'm like, well, like, all right. I would love to
now
have
they
him.
did break ground, right, Lou? We talked about. Did we mention this last? Was it or late this past week? They broke ground, correct?
They broke ground. Yeah, it was official. They had the bulldozers out there breaking ground. They're gonna have official ceremony not till like March or something, but they
Okay.
already started. And that whole permit thing was just that was so stupid. Okay, you want to know what that was? That was Mayor Bibb of Cleveland telling his
Yes.
guy at the airport to tell ODOT Aviation that to not give the permit because he's concerned about the height, which is it can be a legitimate concern. So
Right.
they put the halt on the permit. They brought in a third party
Yeah.
to look at the designs and look at the structure. He looked at it and he said it's fine. Give him the permit.
Mhm.
That's exactly what happened. It
Now
just
that I
took
heard today that they're suing, the city is suing
it.
somebody.
Who are they suing? The
Uh,
Browns?
no, but some group that they. I don't know, but someone was saying how here they're using taxpayer money again to sue something that they're not going to win, and
Yeah,
it's
they're not
like
going to win in court because first off, they already changed the Art Modell law in Ohio. The lawmakers changed it. They amended it.
okay,
Two, the lease is expired when they're leaving. They're going to be there. They're going to
yeah,
fulfill their legal obligations with the city of Cleveland. And three, they're only going to Brook Park. They're not going somewhere else. They're not leaving the state. They're not even leaving the county. So
no,
I'm trying to
it'll be it'll
people
yeah.
are in up in arms about stuff. It's a lot of it's just
Well, if
PR.
the Browns could just start winning,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
some of these things would.
And I remember in '89 the thing about the Indians too. And now, I mean, since the best thing that organization did was get out of that stadium and go to Jacobs Field, then that now Progressive Field. But yeah,
Um, and
I
Mike is
see that we
talking about
started digging at Brook
Yep,
Park ahead of the stadium. Yep,
yep.
yes, we did. Well, they talked about that during the game Sunday. They
I'll
actually
see.
showed like the graphics and all these updated like renderings of the new stadium that's coming. Oh, this is coming to Cleveland. So the
Yeah.
league's like excited that we're doing this. So hey,
Yes.
let's have a Super Bowl in Cleveland. Let's have a
Well, did you see that
WrestleMania.
they put in the request? I saw the Haslam's put in the request to already get the World Cup, Women's World Cup,
Oh,
uh,
awesome.
in 2023, I think. So they've already.
2032. 2032.
Okay. Oh yeah.
2023 was 2 years ago. we get in a DeLorean and
That's
go back
too
in
funny.
time.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is nuts. Oh my gosh.
um,
Well, it's funny
wh-
today because I saw this thing in the news. I don't know if you saw Long John Silver's changed
what
a
about them?
little restaurant that's been around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What about them?
Well,
They've
they
been
were
around
founded
forever.
in 1969, which is the year that I was born.
Okay.
But they've actually updated their logo. You know how Cracker Barrel went through their whole thing and then they got a lot
Hmm.
of backlash. Well, Long John Silver's now has introduced a new logo and it's actually a chicken. You know, we associate Long John Silver's to be like fish, right?
Fish. Yeah.
Seafood. So now they're showing a chicken and they're saying chicken and seafood at the bottom of the new logo. It's interesting. They've already, I guess, changed it over on their
I think
websites
Mike just
and
said
everything.
it would be 2031 for the Women's World Cup. Okay.
2031.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, Mike. Yep.
All right. All right.
Thank you, Mike.
I think that we're going to have lots of events coming. The
Yeah.
only thing that makes it worth it is attracting events to Cleveland.
Mike, you have to
That
come
wouldn't
over.
come.
Have you watched Mike? Have you been here to Cleveland to a Browns game yet?
I don't know.
Uh,
He'll tell.
turn Tommy Reese before Kevin gets fired.
Well, the Kevin's not getting fired yet. I mean, not for a while. I think, and I think they knew this was a rebuild this year. They were coming into it as a rebuild, so I don't see people willing to just scratch the plan and pull the plug on it right now. So what they're gonna, I mean,
Well,
but I'm gonna say a caveat. Let me just finish that. If it goes off, if the season goes off the rails, then after the season's over, then probably, unless there's got to be something really catastrophic for that to happen. But go ahead.
no, I just wanted to finish by
Sorry.
saying that not I shouldn't even bring up this jackass's name, but Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, out there on another podcast earlier today, bashing the Browns, bashing Cleveland, saying
Who
how
was
they're the
Manziel?
most dysfunction. What? Yes, talking about
Manziel was
how
saying that.
talking about how they're the most dysfunctional organization and all this bullshit. And I'm like, just like go away. Like he's like a gnat. Like, he's just annoying as hell. He's on the sideline in Alabama wearing a Vanderbilt jersey, prancing around Alabama. Like that wasn't even your freaking team. Like just go home. Like go somewhere else. You're a rich, overpaid snot who decided to party and do everything under the sun except learn how to play the gosh dang game of football. And people giving him time and day. And I shouldn't even be talking about
And you
this
know the people
jackass
that
because,
brought him in, him and Justin Gilbert in, were fired within a year for doing
well,
that draft. That
if you
was the
see anything that's don't like
yeah.
if you have
Take no.
any decency in your if you watch anything that's coming out of that guy's mouth, just ignore it because he's
He's
a buffoon.
it
He's
was
an
over.
idiot.
Yeah. Now he's not around the organization now at all. The
Yeah.
dysfunctional part was him. It was him.
Yeah.
He was dysfunctional.
Mm.
Yeah, and it was
Just
just it was an
just
absolute mess with
annoying to
him.
see these people out there still
Yeah.
dissing on Cleveland and the
Oh, it's annoying
organization.
when they do that because that's why I get annoyed when our fans do it.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
annoyed because it's like, guys, look what we've been through. Look what we've done. Look
Yeah.
what we've accomplished, and you just want to crap on it. And like, it's like no,
Right. Well,
the media's the national people are going to do that. Why
yeah.
do it to yourself? It makes no sense to me whatsoever. So
Oh, here we go.
yeah,
Mike also talked to didn't see this, Mike. 4-1 in the US, 0-2 in London. Okay. 2-1 in Cleveland. Okay.
okay, okay.
That's a pretty good record, Mike. We
Hmm.
we we'll take it.
Hmm. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something they pulled up an upset on Sunday? Wouldn't that be something? Boy,
Well, and I think a lot of people weren't. I mean, people thought, I don't know, going into this game, it was a winnable game against Minnesota.
yeah,
That
I thought
probably wouldn't
so.
have been a shock if they won it, but
Yeah,
you know, you, I don't know.
people they just the negativity just pours down. Then when they win, they're the greatest team ever, great coach, blah blah blah. So it's just
Jeffrey,
it's
I'll go back and watch his interview, but I'm a pretty annoyed right now with Johnny Football. Go
I don't
find
even
the
I like who
podcast. He was
I'm
on
like
some
who
stupid podcast today, and
yeah
he was bashing Cleveland. So, of course, I'm on La La Land. It's in Twitter land, so you never know. So,
yeah it could be AI.
yeah,
Yeah, it was all that was all on him. It was all on him. He could have been a little bit of an adult and said, "Yeah, it was me. I was immature and stupid. I screwed up." Which I made mistakes too when I was young. Yeah, he was just a spoiled rich kid that partied, and it was. I mean, they did. He's doing his workouts for teams in the NFL draft hungover. Like you couldn't smell the alcohol on him. His receivers couldn't come out and do that because they were out partying the night before. And it was just yeah. He had his agent running routes. That's how bad it was.
well, Lou, I hope you have a good night.
Oh, yeah. I just watched a big play by Jacksonville. Yeah,
Oh, they're getting back into the game.
looks like it. Yeah, looks like it.
Okay,
Yeah. So we'll see.
all
We'll have to
right.
see what happens. But like I said, well, let's hope and pray for Victory Monday next week. And
Final comment here. Jeffrey just talks about Joe Thomas getting real deep about his time in Cleveland, losing all the time. Thanks, Jeffrey, for sharing.
yeah,
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 hopefully they'll get the win. I mean, we saw some good things. I think looking forward to seeing what Dylan Gabriel can do in this game against Pittsburgh.
yeah. That you're talking about hostile environments. This is it. And let's see what he can do.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what he can do because they're going to try like hell to rattle him. So we
What
gotta.
happened? What did Travis Hunter just do?
Oh, he caught. Did he catch a pass?
I have him on my fantasy league team.
Yeah,
So
he caught a long pass. He didn't score a touchdown. Is that him, number 12,
I
Travis
think
Hunter?
so. Okay.
Yeah. It looks like there was a flag. Let me see. Okay. Well,
All right. Thanks for your comments,
City.
guys. Thanks everybody that tuned in. Jeffrey,
Thank you.
Mike, Angel, appreciate you guys tuning in. Spread the love. The Fanatical Elves Network. Lou's got his show coming up on Friday, I believe.
Yep,
Bernie River
yep.
Browns
Bernie
talk.
River Browns talk. I'll be on
Is Sherry
Friday.
coming back, or you got Posh? Would you?
I got Posh coming on.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll
Got a
talk to you
Johnny
about
Cleveland
that.
podcast coming up later this week. Fanatical Elves Network show on Thursday night as well. Browns breakdowns, Browns blitz, all sorts of shows with lots of people. We have a new show, The Gleam, with Steve and his buddy John. So catch that. Now, I think they might be on vacation this week. I think
We'll
I
have to
caught
see.
something that Steve might be down somewhere on vacation. So I hope you're enjoying your vacation, Steve.
Yeah, enjoy it.
All right. See you, Lou.
See
Have
ya.
a good night.
You too, sir.
Go
Thank you.
Brownies.
Go Browns. Closing.
Switched it up.
Oh,